Hi everyone, I'm back again. I was asked by several people what I do in terms of diet, nutrition, that sort of thing. So this probably might take two videos, but in weight loss. Um, First of all, when I had my fourth child, which was about 25 years ago, um, I became lactose intolerant. I didn't know what that was at the time. I was having severe gas, bloating, diarrhea, abdominal pain, you name it. I felt horrible. Went to the doctor. He says, you're lactose intolerant. Can't have dairy anymore. So I stopped the dairy instantly, and the problems disappeared instantly. But there was a little side effect that I wasn't expecting. By stopping all the dairy, I also started to lose weight very, very quickly. Weight just kind of came off of me with no effort other than what I stopped eating the dairy. Um, but then I started having an issue with wheat. I don't have celiac disease or anything like that. I found that when I ate wheat and practically any grain, I kind of felt like sluggish and I just didn't feel right. It didn't matter how much water I drank, I still just felt kind of sluggish and didn't feel good. So I started eliminating all grains, and I'm telling you, after doing a lot of research as well, I am completely against grains. I do not eat grains. I have not had dairy in 25 years. Um, I replace the dairy with the alternatives that they have. Like I shop at Whole Foods, and they have alternatives for everything: milks, cheeses, cream cheeses, sour cream cheese. They have alternatives for everything. The only thing I can eat with no problem is butter. I don't have an issue when I eat, butter with something. But other than that, dairy is something that maybe once in a blue moon, literally as a treat, if I, want to taste some ice cream, I have to take a lactate pill. It's called Lactaid, so that you can eat dairy without any problems. But that's a one in a million times. It's just not worth it to me what dairy does. Plus, after I stopped eating all the grains, again, I began to lose weight just instantly. I felt better all the way around. Um, and especially as I got older, I really noticed if I break down, because I'm human, right? I have my days. If I break down and I do eat that wheat or grains, I have a lot of problems in the way of I don't feel right. I feel kind of stiff in the morning. I see a difference immediately, and I feel that same sluggish kind of feeling in my gut, which I hate. So the only grain that I do eat occasionally is I'll have either brown rice or white rice. I prefer the brown because it tastes better to me and it has better, nutrients. But I'll have the white rice once in a while with because we like to eat a lot of Asian food. My son somehow got into Asian food and we started eating a lot of Asian food, which I was really happy with because the whole thing here is if you're if you want to lose weight, you got to stop telling yourself that this is going to be a tough deal, a big ordeal, a hard time, what have you. You're going to have to realize that this is not a diet. When you're trying to lose weight to get healthy, it's not a diet. You don't say, I'm going to lose 20 pounds and then go back to life. No, you'll just keep gaining that 20 pounds back. You have to make an actual 100% lifestyle change in how you eat for the rest of your life. I don't care if you're 15 or 60. You got to change it. It's a permanent change. And like when you go shopping in the grocery store, do not buy processed foods at all. Don't buy processed foods. Shop on the outside. Get your vegetables, your fresh fruits, or get your frozen vegetables and fruits. Those are real good too. I don't buy anything canned anymore because the BPA toxin from the plastic inside the can leaches into the food, so I never buy canned food for anything. Um, I buy all food in its natural form, and that's the key, is start eating food in its natural form. And I know a lot of people think it's overwhelming. Oh gosh, I'm going to have to start cooking everything. But you know what? Once you start doing it, it becomes just as quick as anything else. I got rid of my microwave. Don't like microwaves. I've read a lot of stories and I've read a lot of things about how it alters the chemical, the biological makeup of food and stuff. And I don't like microwaves, so it's gone. I don't use that anymore. And I'm just fine with it without it because those are meant just to throw junk food in to heat up. So I never really used it anyway that much. But I know it's hard because you can't just go, not everybody can just go into their kitchen and wipe out all the food they have and put in healthy food. But start integrating it in there. Start replacing, get rid of that processed food. I'm serious. Just eat whole food in its natural form. I'll give you a quick example. This last holiday, 2010, um, it hit me really hard for some reason. My parents died, one in 2006, one in 2008, but for some reason this past holiday, 2010, it hit hard that they were both gone. And so I kind of had the thing of, well, you know what, I'm just going to eat what I used to eat years ago. And so I did. I ate the dairy, I took my little pill, I ate all kinds of grains, wheat, what have you. And of course I wasn't feeling great, so I don't know why I called it comfort food, because it really didn't make me feel good. It didn't make me feel comfortable, but I still ate it. Well, from the end of October to the 1st of January, I gained 15 pounds. I was floored when I hit that scale. I was like, oh my God, I couldn't believe it. So I decided, okay, no more of that. I'll never do that again. It's not worth it. My clothes weren't comfortable. I didn't feel good. My skin didn't look good. I just felt miserable. So my son, who has always liked Asian food, said, Mom, start eating like they do. Look at them. They don't eat gobs of bread and pasta. They have a little rice, but the rest is all vegetables and a little meat. So I started doing that. And I don't mean it has to be seasoned, in Asian style. Season it how you like, but I believe in going totally gluten-free if you're going to eat grains. I do not believe in wheat at all. I think it's one of the most horrible things we have to eat. I've been grain-free for many, many years. I'm very healthy. I feel great. Real quick, before I forget, I'm going to tell you about this site, because you're going to have a lot of people who tell you it's crazy, you can't do that. You have to remember, a lot of doctors, trainers, even nutritionists and people are locked in what used to be considered healthy 30, 40 years ago. A lot of them haven't come forward and seen the difference here. There's a site, I don't know if you'll be able to see it on the camera, but I'll read it for you. Go to Google, and Google in, it says 10 reasons to go grain-free from Nourished Kitchen. Like nourishment, except it's nourished. Put 10 reasons to go grain-free from Nourished Kitchen. And that will give you, there will be other ones, but that one in particular I love, because it really goes into detail of what grains do to the body. To this day, if let's say I just have a day where I say I'm going to just try something, I'm human, we all slip and slide back and forth on doing the good things. I'll have something, and those days have gotten, so far in between now, because it's not worth how I feel the next day. I did that just a few weeks ago. I thought, I'm going to have some wheat, I don't care. And I did, and I woke up the next morning, and my hands were stiff, my joints, I felt terrible, just awful. As soon as I quit it, all that disappeared. That thing when you get up in the morning as you get older, step on your feet and they kind of hurt, or you kind of, I don't have that anymore. When I'm up, I'm up. And that's another little thing I want to mention real quick. Before you even get out of bed, I have a little carafe of water next to me on my table on the bed. And every morning before I even get out of bed, I roll over as soon as I wake up, pour myself a glass of water, drink it down, while I stay in bed for the next 5, 10 minutes, whatever. And I'm telling you, you feel terrific. It will make a big difference. I notice now if I don't do it, the way I feel different. Because you have to remember that when you sleep, you're fasting. You're not eating, you're not drinking for anywhere from 6 to 8 hours or more. And so when you wake up, your muscles, your tissues, your brain, it's dehydrated. So you drink this before you even get moving, and I'm telling you, you feel better. So you might want to give that a shot. It makes a difference. A lot of people will tell you to put lemon in it, warm lemon water in the morning. I couldn't do that, but just the water made a difference for me. So anyway, I got to tell you, you're going to have doctors and people tell you that this is crazy, but I learned from experience with everything that I was doing in my life. To this day, if I eat dairy, I take the lactate pill and I eat the dairy, I feel it. I don't feel right. My whole system feels shot. Even my mental thinking, if I break down and have that dairy or wheat or grains, I'm telling you, I feel sluggish mentally, physically. Everything changes. It's a terrible feeling. So Now I'll take a bite of something. If I absolutely see something I really want to taste, I'll just take a bite. I don't eat the serving anymore. And those days are gone because it's not worth not feeling well. I don't eat corn. I don't eat potatoes. That's another thing that's a treat. Like, say I go out to dinner and I feel like having mashed potatoes with a piece of steak or whatever. I'll enjoy that one time. But no longer in my house do I have starchy vegetables. I eat, spinach and the greens, the good vegetables, pumpkin, all those dark colored vegetables, berries and fruits, that sort of thing. Fruits are something I eat maybe twice a week because they are sugar. And sugar is the enemy of your body and your skin. Sugar causes your collagen to break down, which makes your skin get older looking. So that's something I don't, I can buy a thing of sugar like this and I'll have it 6 months, 7 months, 8 months later. I only have a little bit in my coffee in the morning. Got to have my coffee. I won't give that up for anybody. So I have a good cup of coffee, only one, and I put my sugar in it and enjoy it. That's it. Um, I have things to snack like almonds, dried fruit, which even that, that's high sugar. But if I'm really in the mood for something that's like candy-like, I'm telling you, a dried fig, a dried date, dried cranberry, something like that. It's got that sugary, that taste of eating something sweet. But I'm not eating 500 calories of a candy bar or something because I can't even do that anymore, to be honest with you. I did that a few weeks ago because I used to love Snickers with almonds. I bought one and I couldn't get past the first bite. I took a bite and that was it. I couldn't eat anymore. It was too sweet. I had to just put it away. So it changes your entire, the way food tastes to you, the way it feels, everything. Um, and you have to look at this in the way that when you decide you want to lose weight, don't look at it. I know I've seen it on TV, even with professionals, whatever. Oh, this is going to be a hard journey. I know this is going to be tough. I know this is a struggle. Oh, oh, oh. Well, guess what? If you tell yourself that, that's exactly what it's going to be. You need to switch that around all the way and say, you know what? I'm going to start a healthy eating plan. No diet. Don't call it a diet. I did all those. I did the Atkins, the South Beach, all these different diets. I fasted. I did them all. Guess what? You fail because it's not a change. It's a mental thing where you're thinking, I'll do this for a while, I'll lose some weight, and then I'm back to normal. No, 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 no. It has to be a permanent lifestyle change. And I want you to view it in the way that this is not just about appearance. Of course, we all know that, obesity, a lot of fat in the body, yeah, it doesn't look that great, but this is more about your health in terms of what it's causing. We are one of I think we're probably the most obese country. And yet we have all these so-called, new things that are supposed to keep us healthy. Well, I'm telling you, I do not believe in the dairy and grains. I noticed the difference immediately. It changed my life when I got off of dairy and grains. And you also have to remember there are things that people are going to be stuck with forever. They don't want to change their thinking. I don't know what the reason behind it is. Maybe there's this the whole profit-driven country that we have. But I am living experience of it. I raised my kids on healthy food. When they were young, I used to shop at a store. It's a health food store. It was called Wild Oats. And of course they were like, oh, but you know what? If that's all you provide your kids, they're going to get hungry, they're going to eat it. It's up to you as a parent, especially if you have young children. It's up to you to lead them to a healthier path of life, and one of those ways is with your diet. You don't want to have your child, one day looking back, say they're 16 years old and they're 190 pounds and feeling miserable and sick, and looking back at you, mom or dad or both, who fed them all the wrong food. That I wouldn't want that on my shoulders. So you have to kind of make this a whole family issue. I'm going to have to go into another video, so hold on, I'll be back.